Hi, I'm Anna. In my last video, I went through some home hacks, and this video isn't about hacks, but it's along the same lines. Reusing everyday household items in either a decorative or useful way. It's taking things you would recycle or throw out and doing a little bit of trash to treasure. Here I have a box, a sweater, a wine bottle, a mason jar, a plastic container, things that we have on hand on a regular basis. So let's get started. Some wine bottles have a great shape, this being one of my favorites. I have a similar one in clear glass that I've been using to hold oil, and now that I have the frosted version, I think it would be great for balsamic vinegar. And all I have to do is soak off the labels. The wine bottle is clean, dry, and ready to fill. You can personalize it with labels, but even plain, I think it looks amazing. I just gave you a totally valid reason to go and buy a nice bottle of wine. You are welcome. I have two options for stoppers, a cork plug or a pouring spout. Baking soda keeps the fridge smelling fresh, but I don't like to use my deodorizer baking soda in my actual baking. That baking soda I keep sealed tight in the fridge. So I've made a baking soda deodorizer jar. To make a deodorizer jar for your fridge, you only need a mason jar and a small piece of cardstock. On the cardstock, trace out a circle the size of the lid and cut it out. Punch out some holes and assemble. I even added a little label using my Cricut.
It's ready to go in the fridge.
Empty margarine containers aren't only great for storing leftovers, they have a really convenient standard size to them. A 454 gram container just happens to be 5 inches, which is 13 centimeters in diameter. This fits a small decorative pot really well. This one sits next to my sink for sponges, dishcloths, and other small dishwashy things. I popped in the plastic container to keep things elevated and easy to grab. This little pot behind me has been here forever. And it also just fits. Isn't that perfect? This would be so cute for little treats. You know this is food safe because there's margarine in it. So you could just put little candies or little treats out on a table, just in a different kind of cute way. One thing that sort of bugs me is that you can see the image, like the brand, bleeding through. I don't know, it just looks, I just don't really like that. So, the internet did tell me you can rub it off with nail polish, but you have to rub really, really hard. So I'm gonna try that. But while I'm trying that, I'm also going to try some paint stripper. I'm gonna put the paint stripper on the lid and just let it sit there for half an hour and then see if it rubs off. In the meantime, I'm gonna be rubbing away with nail polish remover. Let's see what wins. Well, the internet lied to me. The nail polish, I tried and tried and tried, and other than making the room smell like nail polish, nothing happened. I mean, there's like the date mark on here, I got that off, but other than that, like I rubbed the word vegan forever, and I mean, my paper towel did get a little bit discolored, but it clearly still says vegan. So nail polish doesn't work at all. Sorry, internet, you lied. Let's try this. Now, no one ever told me this works, so this was just me trying it out. Let's see if anything comes off. Nope. So neither the paint stripper or nail polish can remove the image on my lovely margarine container. If you have any tips on how to do it, or you've tried something and it works, let me know, because I really do want to try it. I guess for now, I'll just keep using it with margarine all over it. It still works. I just am slightly annoyed that I can tell what it is. Yeah, so if you've tried something, if you have any tips, or you have suggestions of things that you think I should try, drop it in the comments and I'll definitely give it a go. My in-laws grow their own herbs and make this homemade herb seasoning salt, which is delicious. And I think it would look so cute in this little glass jar. But this needs some zhuzhing before I can put it out as decorative. First, I need to soak off the label. Then spray the lid matte black. I cut out a stencil using the Cricut. Now I'm going to etch the word salt on the sides. The lid and jar are both done. The lid is matte black and the jar says salt, and it's ready to be filled. This is cute enough to style on my counter now. You know that pile of Amazon boxes you've been growing? Well, I have a use for them. Mine happens to be a box from a toaster, but any box in the size that you need will work. You'll also need some fabric and an old sweater. Start by removing any extra flaps or cardboard. Don't throw these out because you'll need some later for the bottom. Use the outside of the box as a guide to cut out the panels to make a lining for the inside. You can either glue or sew the panels together. I decided to sew because I think the end product will look more store-bought and a little less DIY. Once it's sewed, it just looks like a bag, like a basket liner. If you sewed it like I did, now it's time to hot glue it in. Clips are handy to help keep the fabric in position. To secure the fabric in place, I used hot glue and some E6000. The inside is done. Time to dress the box with the sweater. I know, sounds funny. With the box upside down, pull the sweater on. This way, the bottom of the sweater is used to create a finished look at the top, or the opening of the box. Back at the bottom of the box, cut off the excess sweater like the arms and the neck. Leave a little overlap and glue that down with E6000. I can't leave this so unfinished, so this is where the extra flaps come in. Cut a piece of cardboard a little smaller than the bottom of the box. I chose to cover this with some of the fabric I used for the lining, but you can use the leftover fabric from the sweater or even just leave it plain. Glue the bottom panel on using E6000. To apply pressure while the glue is setting, I filled the box with books. For extra security, I stapled the lining at the top of the box. I used my new hot pink stapler from Walmart, which I picked up with my curbside grocery order. It's a sturdy little stapler and really light. For a clean look, finish the edges off by hand sewing the sweater to the lining. Lastly, for the final touch, I added some handles, which I sewed, I know, more sewing, ugh, from linen fabric I had in my stash. I attach these by hand sewing them through the cardboard. My whole reason behind this project was to make another storage bin for underneath the coffee table. I bought this one at HomeSense, feeling sure that I was going to be able to find another one when I went back, but it's been a few years now and I've never found something. And I think I really nailed it on this one. I've heard this type of DIY project being called trash to treasure, but I like to think of it more as recycle rescue. Either way, there's less going to the landfill. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all and love hearing from you. It's really fun chatting with you guys in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. I'm hiding my notes from you. Oh, a sneaky one today, a sneaky one. Okay. I got my hair did, see? First time in like a year. Thanks, Danielle. Don't know if it looks any different, but it is shorter, like that much. And there's no split ends. And they're still gray, but we'll just pretend you don't see that, okay? In my last video, I went through I don't know what I did. I was there, but I don't remember. Seems, gosh, a little red light, you know, and things just, nothing works. This is only like take 9 billion. This is Manor. I'm like, I have an English class there. Manor. Oh, Manor. I would like to get a Manor in like France. They go for really cheap, you know, like amazing. But I'm not in France, so I'm not buying a Manor or a chateau. Anyways, digress. Okay, back to reality.